Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic to talk to you Star Wars fans about, and honestly, this is one of my harder episodes. I kind of keep putting it off, honestly, because it's about Kathleen Kennedy, and I really want Kathleen Kennedy fired, and it's not for anything else, but I think she's done a horrible job, and I really honestly believe that the Star Wars movie universe is as in bad shape as the DC universe. But I have some speculation, some updated speculation. Every video I do at the moment and what I'm thinking at the time. I was really emotional when I first saw The Last Jedi, and I saw it really gave me a glimpse that in perspective that they're just rushing ahead and not being prepared. Well, let me get on I'm already rambling. So let me get on to the warning first. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a mad Max. And I am really mad because I do think her time as president of Lucasfilm is limited, but I honestly think that. But there's more to this speculation that I'm not happy about, and it's kind of what I think the way it's going to happen because there's politics in Hollywood, and it's just we can't get rid of her. She's too connected. We can maybe get rid of her as Lucasfilm president, and I think that time is limited, but I'm going to get more onto the speculation in this episode. And I honestly keep putting it back because it irks me even to say what I think could happen, but it's just the way things go, and I hope this will never happen, honestly. Disney president and CEO after Bob Iger finishes his run, and I so hope this doesn't happen just because I don't think she handles anything right. I don't think she has a clear plan for anything. It's about money and deadlines, and that's all it's about. So, I want her to be fired. I honestly do. And I think she should be fired. I have a video, 5 reasons I think Kathleen Kennedy should be fired. But she is also privileged Hollywood elite. So, in my opinion, I think her time as president of Lucasfilm is limited. And I think by 2021, she will be done. And she'll be kind of phased out. Maybe someone will even step up and start handling things before 2021, which I really hope. I really hope, though, they're like, oh, she has so much to do. They need to bring someone on that has a brain and knows how to take the Star Wars. I'm not saying she doesn't have a brain. Okay, she's intelligent in certain ways. I just don't think she cares enough about Star Wars. I'm not saying she's stupid. I just don't think she cares. We care. We need someone that cares in the position of Lucasfilm. 2021. It's after the streaming services launch, the parks, Episode 9, and a new series of films will start. But here's the bad part, viewers. I think there's a strong possibility that she could be the next president and CEO of Disney. Bob Iger's original contract was to end in June 2019, but he extended his contract through 2021. There's so many things that happened in Hollywood over the last year. Weinstein scandal, Lasseter, another potential for a successor is out. There was articles in the past couple years that Lasseter may have been in talks for being successor. And because the movement in Hollywood, SJW issues are brought to the forefront, mostly because of the scandals. So it's a big thing in Hollywood. It's trendy. You want to prove that you're changed. You're changing the way you do things. So along with being the first woman CEO and president of Disney, being a big marketing opportunity that Disney and Iger cannot resist, especially if he has the ambitions, which there's been talks that he has ambitions for being even a presidential run in the future. So here's what LA Times article says. Walt Disney Co. said, and this is an older article, said Thursday it has extended the contract of Chairman and Chief Executive Bob Iger through December 2021, locking in a 16-year run leading the Burbank entertainment juggernaut. This move, which has been expected, came as Disney announced its $52.4 billion deal to buy much of 21st Century Fox's media assets. And this is where it gets really scary. What if this happens and they also obtain the Fox properties? Oh my goodness. It appears to roll out a presidential bid by Iger, at least for 2020, which was, there were rumors that he was thinking about this before he extended his contract. Okay, now I'll skip the rest of the article. You see how much the movie industry is like politics. I have read other articles that also allude to Bob Iger looking for the future of a presidential run. So just like politics, people in power stay in power. And even though Kathleen should be fired, they'll probably spin it, have someone else start taking over Lucasfilm and preparing her and grooming her for the president of Disney and CEO. That hurts to say. I hope it's not happening, but it's possible, especially the way things happen in Hollywood right now. So don't be surprised if this happens. We might not get rid of her for quite some time. Now for Lucasfilm, maybe that's one silver lining, is that she'll have less to do with the Star Wars, but I don't want her on anything else. And I honestly do think Rian Johnson is done with Star Wars. I fully expect Disney to spin Kathy's work at Lucasfilm. And it's been a disastrous run, and they still are in damage control. Look at all the news articles. Now, Kathleen hasn't been making that much public announcements, but don't read between the lines. All those articles come out are through her, okay? They're through her network of entertainment media. They all know each other. They all pat each other on the back. That's her speaking out, defending certain aspects of how Star Wars is going. That's her not speaking directly to us, but I think she's involved in there. Tell me what you think there too. I do give her credit for one thing. She is smarter than Rian Johnson. She didn't publicly defend the movie or come to Ryan's defense either. She let him take the fall. And she covered her own butt, using her years of Hollywood networking in entertainment media shills to defend the movies for her. And speak for her through the endless articles attacking fans. I've never seen such a campaign and so many articles about this attacking fan base. Tell me if you can think of another example where the public was divisive on a film, but there was so many articles coming out attacking fans. I can't think of one. It's the Disney difference, and it's the Kathleen Kennedy difference. You see, this is what the story group is really good for, spinning media news to act like they're doing their jobs. This would also be a big publicity to have the first woman CEO of Disney, especially with the SJW movement. Now, I'm not opposed to a woman president of Disney at all. Just not this one, because she doesn't do her job. And that's my honest opinion. I think what she's done is a mess. It's so off track, so off the rails, so early. I never thought that we would get the sequel trilogy to one of the greatest trilogies ever, some of the greatest movies ever, and they can't even get the sequel trilogy right with Luke Skywalker, Leia, and Han. I never thought this would happen this quick. And I still had hope until December 15th, 2017, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. And if Bob Iger does have ambitions for a presidential run, it will be a political move to show diversity and appeal to the diversity and SJW community. The other possible candidate for CEO, now there's other ones in Disney too, but the other big one was John Lasseter, and we all know what happened to him. So, in the wake of the Weinstein scandal, we're going to be getting this agenda in Hollywood for years to come. And what better way to show how woke Disney is above other entertainment studios would be to push Kathleen and to put her in charge of it all. Oh no. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Please say I'm completely wrong, that it's not possible, and please tell me why, because I want to know why this wouldn't be possible, because I never want to see this day. But on the same point, do not be surprised. Now, Marvel Studios so far has been self-sustaining and more than likely will continue to be as long as Feige is in charge. Oh, but could you imagine if Kathy would be CEO and Feige retires? Oh my goodness. Again, the silver lining, maybe it could be good at least for the Star Wars universe if she wasn't in charge and she had focus on something else. Maybe Dave Filoni could step up. Probably not, because they never do anything that makes sense. That would make too much sense. But I also really want to hear from you guys. I think we all agree that she should be fired. And even defenders of The Last Jedi, if you ask about Kathleen Kennedy, I don't think anyone's a huge fan of hers on either side. Especially after how she handled... Now, there's differences of opinion on The Last Jedi. But you cannot deny the mess it is with the production of Solo, the firing of all these directors. You can't just keep placing it on directors. There's too many instances. It's a failure on her part. So, how she handled Colin Trevorrow, Lord and Miller, the mess that is Solo a Star Wars story. Ron Howard really had to come and save what he could. I think he did the best he could under the circumstances. And who else would have come in and saved the day? Well, he didn't. I don't think he saved the day because we still have Alden Ehrenreich, okay? But he did the best of what he could. They should have, really, in my opinion, they should have delayed it, recast, or canceled it altogether instead of releasing junk that's damaging to the universe. I want to know what you think, though. Do you think she will be fired, or is she being groomed for CEO? It seems like typical corporate politics to me. Talentless, clueless people keep getting promoted, and that's how it is in life, guys. I have a full-time job. I know a lot of you out there do also. The talent doesn't always get promoted, okay? Unfortunately. And I could just not get the image out of my head where she and George are in a conference room and she is beaming with joy. And I'll go to that now. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I can't get this out of my head, and it just seems like she's so ambitious there. Ambition can be a good thing, but it seems like I don't know her personally, so all I could do is speculate. I just don't put anything past her, especially the way it's going. I also recently watched a video that's, and now this was rumors too, I think, but when the script for Last Jedi was the first draft. No revisions, they just filmed it right away. And it shows. So she cares about one thing, making that deadline, get Disney's money back, $4 billion back as fast as possible. That's all it was about. Let me see. And George just signed his life away. This was her at the top. She took no prisoners to get where she is. I mean, that's how CEOs work. Okay, this is my opinion how it's going to go down right now. This is all speculation. It could change, and I hope it does. The less the Kathleen, the better. And please do not let her anywhere near Marvel. And oh my goodness, the Fox properties, Alien, Planet of the Apes. I'm so cringing right now. This episode was honestly hard to make, but I think it was worthy of a hot topic. So that's why I decided to do it. And a lot of viewers have been asking about speculation. What's going to happen to Kathleen? What's going to happen to Lucasfilm? What's going to happen to Disney? So this is what's on my mind right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts to see what can we do. I know for one, I am not seeing Solo in the theaters when it debuts, and because of recent articles about JJ, I plan on doing the same thing for Episode 9. Especially with JJ's recent comments. It's just impossible to boycott everything Disney, though. Because I love going to the movies. And I wouldn't be able to see anything. Something else I thought of doing would be like a blackout. No merchandise, no Blu-ray, no movie tickets for a period of time to send a signal. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Or is it possible maybe we just sit back and this will happen to themselves? Because I think it's a lot worse than they want to admit. And I think people are done with it. Even if you were okay with The Last Jedi, all the news articles coming out constantly and the constant debate, I think people are sick of Star Wars. So, please leave your comments. I would love to talk to you movie and Star Wars fans. And I can't wait to see what you think about this episode. There she is with Bob Iger. Is she too connected to stop? I think her time as president of Lucasfilm is limited. But I just don't think there's getting rid of her altogether. That's my sad theory on the situation. But maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am. Okay, now here's the viewer comment. Kill Too Hard 101, a frequent viewer and commenter, and I really appreciate it. Yes, yeah, I think it would be better received as a CGI series. And this is about my recent hot topic about after Rebels, and would have Solo, a Star Wars story, been better served as animation. And he's kind of agreeing. Most of the backstories would. And I think so too. I think this is would have been a great way, but why aren't they looking at animation? Really cutting edge animation with awesome voice actors. And then the reason I put his comment on this part of the video was, plus, Mark Hamill does a great Harrison Ford. LOL, imagine that. Yes, Mark Hamill is so talented, a great voice actor. He could do so many voices for Star Wars series, and I hope they use him. I hope they use him for Luke, and I hope they use him for even more characters, because he's great. Great comment. Thanks a lot. And this is where I say, don't be silent now. If you have an idea of what we could do, please let me know. And I'd love to talk to you about it in the comments. And rant on, my friends, because it's a bad situation now. The entertainment news media likes to make blanket statements about the fan base. And on both sides of this issue, there's problems. I think the real fans are stuck in the middle, and it's not right. And she's not doing her job. That's all it's about. She's not doing her job. So she shouldn't get promoted. She should be done with Lucasfilm. She should not be able to touch Star Wars. Maybe we will be surprised. Maybe Solo will bomb so hard that it will make a difference. And I'm really hoping for that. But this is where I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. All I want from you is to join in the conversation and comment on a hot topic. Thanks for watching, guys.